Hello everybody, it's back to school season. I say that with a smile on my face, but inside I feel kind of like summer is dead and I wanted to be reborn again. Today's video is going to be something along the lines of things I wish I knew before high school or how to not F up high school. I'm a senior now, so I have gone through 3 years of high school. I have one more to go, one more, and then I'm free. Well, somewhat, not really. And I feel like it's time for me to do something like this because I feel like I have learned so many things that I could tell a younger version of myself, that I wish I could tell a younger version of myself. Because let's just face it, when I was going into high school 3 years ago as a freshman, I did not know what I was doing. I did not know anything, and I wish I knew these things because boy oh boy, you make so many mistakes in high school, and that's okay. But this video is for those of you who are already in high school or who are going into high school, and I'm just gonna make this video and just fill with advice that I have found, that I have learned, things that I wish I had known when I started high school, and things that I hope that will help you in high school. So if you want to see what I have to share with you, then keep watching. But the very first thing that I have to tell you is that you probably will not have the same friends as you did in middle school in high school. High school is 4 years, which is not a really long time, but it is a time of self-growth. You will change, people around you will change, you will have different classes, and it's okay to have different friends. I myself, I had friends in middle school, and once I got into high school, I was trying to hold on to those friends, and then I soon realized that I was making a lot of new friends in high school, and I didn't necessarily talk to or hang out with those old friends as much as I used to. I still talk to them, I still hang out with them, we still have a lot of fun, but it's not to the same extent as it used to be. But I have new friends that I really treasure and that I really value, so it can work either way. You can keep your friends, but to me it's really important to always have an open mind when it comes to social relationships. Don't think that just because you have a few friends, you should not be talking to other people, you should not be trying to get to know other people. It is always important to talk to people, get to know other people, because who knows, they might become your best friend. The person that's sitting right next to you in class might become your best friend for the entire remainder of high school. You never know. The next thing is, don't worry about spending time to fit in to this group of people or this norm when you're only going to be with them for 4 years. Like I said before, it is important to try and keep an open mind, try to establish social relationships, but you should not be sacrificing your own individuality, or you should not sacrifice finding your own individuality for the sake of others. I can tell you from a first-hand experience, it is better to be alone and still be true to yourself than to be with a whole group of people and not be true to who you are. The next thing is, it's a very small thing. It's to bring headphones and your cell phone charger to school. You do not realize how important this is, because a whole bunch of people, like pretty much every single week, I remember last year and the year before that and the year before that, people will be like, hey, do you have like an iPhone 6 or an iPhone 7 charger or something like that, or do you have like a charger for this kind of phone, or do you have headphones that I can borrow? And it's just easier on yourself when you actually have those things with you. So I would recommend taking either your cell phone charger or an extra cell phone charger and putting it in your bag, and also doing the same thing with headphones, because headphones seem very trivial, but it is always nice to have them, because you never know when your teacher might be giving you a little bit of time to study, to do some homework, and you might need your cell phone and your earbuds to look something up and to listen to some music maybe, or during your lunch period you might want to watch some videos on YouTube, so you probably want to have your headphones with you, and it's really useful when you do have them, because then you have something to do. I love drama when I'm not in it, when I'm watching it from afar. It is the greatest thing. It is so entertaining. You do not have to be part of the drama. There's going to be a lot of drama in school without you being in it. And I can tell you that from first-hand experience, that if you're part of drama, you pretty much, it is the most aggravating thing ever for me, because you're automatically so tied into that drama, especially if it's with friends, that they don't have time, or you don't have a chance to focus on the things that matter, such as finishing your homework for the next day or something like that. And in general, drama is just exhausting, and is just so petty most of the time. It's just so stupid. And I feel like for those people that are always very dramatic and always in like some kind of dramatic situation all the time, I feel like honestly like looking at them and saying, you have so much time on your hands, because in high school, like seriously, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for drama. I don't have the energy for drama. So I'm just telling you, stay out of drama. It doesn't matter if you feel like you have to be in it. You do not have to be in it. It's stupid. Next thing is, don't be afraid to say no. In every situation, in any situation. This is something that I find very difficult for me because I hate this about myself. Well, not hate, I just like this about myself. I feel like it's kind of a weakness and a strength at the same time. But I am someone who's always trying to please people. I'm always someone that's trying to make people around me happy, and I've tried to sort of downsize on that, is that the right way to put it? But basically I'm trying to sort of make it more about myself and sort of think about myself instead of trying to make other people happy, and it's something I'm still working on. And a big thing that has to do with that is saying no. I feel like it's so difficult to say no to people because you want to please people. You don't want them to feel upset. You don't want them to think that you are trying to go against them or anything like that. But I feel that you have the power to say no in any situation. Use your own imagination. Anything, big or small, you have the power to say no. You are your own individual and no one else can take that away from you. One of the things that really have been helping me in high school, especially in the recent years, has been Quizlet and BibMe, as well as YouTube videos, things like that. At my school, teachers really encourage us to use Quizlet and BibMe and even YouTube to help us with our learning and just to help us figure things out on our own, and I love that. If your teachers are not telling you to do that, you should definitely do that on your own independently. For myself, I'm someone who hates textbooks. Actually, no, that's a lie. I like textbooks when they're interesting. Does that make any sense? When they're like history textbooks, I find that for some reason they interest me, but I know a lot of people, myself included, don't really like textbooks in general. Like if you give me like a French textbook or a math textbook or what's an English textbook, I can look at it, I can read it like a million times and I still won't get the same benefits I would if I went to like a website and I basically looked it up online, saw a video on it, or went on Quizlet and reviewed the terms. Those can really help you. Don't underestimate these websites. They are amazing and they're free, so you can easily use them, especially websites like BibMe. They were really helpful when you're trying to do your citations. Now a lot of people tell you to use MLA format, and for me that's just a headache, and I just feel like it's better when I plug it in, when I put it in a website, and then it just spits out the citation for me and I'm able to use that for my assignment, and it's just easier for me and it just is a lot less stressful, so that's why I recommend it to you guys. So the next tip or advice that I have has to do with teachers. A lot of people in school can be very mean to teachers and people who are teaching you, and in my personal opinion, if that person is pretty much in charge of your life and in charge of your grades for that certain class, you have to be nice to them. Be polite to them. Don't be mean to them, because teachers can really be around to help you, not even for school. They can really help you when it comes to your personal life. They can really be there for you. I know several teachers that I really grown very close to and that really have helped me. Whenever I had some personal problems, they've really been there for me, and it's always nice to talk to them. But there are teachers that will not do that. But for me, I have found at least one teacher in school every year that I have been able to sort of lean on, and that's really helpful. So it's always nice to, one, be polite to your teachers, because then they'll be nice to you and they'll give you the second chances if you fail anything or if you need help on something. They will help you if you be nice to them. And number two, just don't be afraid to ask them for help when it comes to education or when it comes to your personal life, because if it's a nice teacher, and it probably is, they will help you. So the next thing I have to share with you is don't trust everyone. I'm not going to say don't trust anyone, because I feel like it's very important to trust certain people. I have seen a lot of people get burned by trusting someone and then having that someone go against them, but personally I have not had that problem. I have people that I really trust and I really care for them, but my point is, don't go putting your trust in some random person that you've only known for a few weeks. Really build up that relationship, really spend time with them, really just work to create that bond before you go and tell them everything. Don't text secrets, and don't send photos. You know what I mean. Don't send those photos. They will end up somewhere you don't want them to. It's just the truth. It's happened at my school. It's happened at pretty much every single school I have heard of, and yeah, just don't do that. Don't do that at all. Just don't. Another thing is, no one really remembers every single thing in high school. If you think something really embarrassed happened to you one day and everyone was talking about it, chances are people are going to forget about it. People are either going to forget about it or just not care about it anymore, and that is the truth. Because they have their own lives to take care of, and you are not someone that they necessarily want to be thinking about all the time. So if something really embarrassing happens to you, don't worry about it. It will blow over in a week or so. Just get through it. You'll be fine. So the next thing I have is specifically for those of you who are girls and might be going through periods. Always, 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 always have tampons or pads with you at school, either in your locker or, since I don't really think that a lot of people use lockers anymore, your backpack, and that can really help you. That can really help a friend. So I always like to have like several pads or tampons with me. Just not too many, just like 2 or 3 pads will pretty much be fine for you. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. That is all the advice I have to give you that I wish I knew when I was coming into high school. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I feel like I've been running my mouth for like 20 minutes. Is this video too long? I hope it's not. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.